for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
The playoffs are right around the corner, and a brutal choice has to be made at a crucial position. What I'm about to reveal could be the difference between October glory and an early exit. Trust me, you're going to want to know this before anyone else. Hit subscribe to get the full breakdown right now. What's up, Yanks Nation? This is your direct source from inside the Bronx, bringing you the hottest info and the kind of analysis you won't find anywhere else. Let's get straight to it because things are heating up and the clock is ticking. We're in the final stretch of the regular season, and the Bronx Bombers are holding on to that top American League wildcard spot for dear life. But check the rearview mirror. The Boston Red Sox are breathing down our necks, turning this race into a classic, a real clash of titans that's gonna go down to the wire. If we lock up that top spot, we get the advantage of playing all 3 games of the wildcard series at our temple, Yankee Stadium. And that's exactly why the front office and the coaching staff can't afford to screw this up. Every decision, every move, every piece on the October baseball chessboard has to be calculated with surgical precision. And this is where the conversation gets real, because we've got an elephant in the room, or rather a problem at shortstop, and his name is Anthony Volpe. I've got sources, and they're telling me a massive decision is about to be made. One that could shake the very foundation of our infield before the first pitch of the playoffs is even thrown. The kid from Jersey, our homegrown phenom, is living through a nightmare of a season. The numbers don't lie, and they are brutal. Volpe leads all American League shortstops in errors. That's just unacceptable for a team with championship aspirations. His defense, which was supposed to be a strength, has been leaky. And at the plate, it gets even uglier. He's hitting a measly .207 and has an OPS plus of 83, which means he's 17% below the league average as a hitter. That's a black hole in our lineup. Joel Sherman from the New York Post, one of the most respected guys in the game, dropped a column that echoes exactly what I've been hearing from my contacts. He drew a chilling parallel to the Gary Sanchez situation from a few years back. Remember that? Gary was our undisputed starting catcher, but his performance tanked so hard that Aaron Boone had the guts to bench him in the playoffs for Kyle Higashioka, who was defensively superior. History, my friends, seems to be repeating itself. The guy who could change this whole game is Jose Caballero. Let's be real. Caballero ain't exactly a monster at the dish. He's not gonna make you forget Derek Jeter. But what he brings is consistency and, most importantly, a much better glove than Volpe right now. And here's the kicker. Since coming over to the Yanks, Caballero's OPS plus is over the 100 mark. That means he's been a slightly above average hitter while rocking the pinstripes. In a short down-to-the-wire playoff series, having a shortstop who isn't a defensive liability and who can hold his own at the plate is pure gold. Aaron Boone is facing a hell of a choice. Does he stick with the kid, betting on Volpe's potential and hoping he magically wakes up under the bright lights of October? Or does he make the pragmatic call, the move that favors defensive stability and current form, and hand the keys to Caballero? This next few weeks are the proving grounds. Every game, every play, every at-bat for Volpe is going to be under a microscope. The pressure on the kid is immense, and believe me, the front office's patience is wearing thin. October baseball doesn't forgive mistakes, and the Pinstripers can't afford to go into the postseason with such a massive question mark at a premium position. The countdown has begun. The stone cold truth for all you bleacher creatures and every single Yanks fan watching me right now is that postseason baseball is a different beast entirely. The margin for error is zero. A single defensive miscue can cost you a game, a series, the whole damn season. And that's why this Anthony Volpe versus Jose Caballero debate is the most critical one we're having. This isn't about giving up on a young talent. We all cheered when Volpe was named the starting shortstop, the hometown kid living the dream. But this is about winning now. The evil empire doesn't play to compete, we play for rings. And to do that, you need your best players on the field when it matters most, not the guys you hope will be the best down the road. Joe Sherman's comparison to Gary Sanchez is spot on because it shows a precedent. Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman have already shown they aren't afraid to make unpopular, gut-wrenching decisions when a World Series is on the line. Benching Gary was a shocker at the time, but it was a decision based on performance or lack thereof. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Volpe. Let's look at the cold, hard facts. Volpe's defense has been a season-long issue. It's not just the official errors, but the plays he doesn't get to. The lack of range on balls an elite shortstop swallows up. In the playoffs, where every extra base you give up is like a dagger, that's a massive liability. Offensively, a 207 batting average just ain't gonna cut it. Pitchers attack him without fear, knowing he's a likely out. On the flip side, what does Caballero bring? He's not gonna light up the box score with homers, but he puts in professional at-bats, draws walks, puts the ball in play, and most importantly, he turns batted balls into outs with an efficiency we haven't seen from Volpe this year. His OPS plus north of 100 with the Yankees, even in a smaller sample size, shows he isn't a dead weight in the lineup. He does the dirty work, the kind of stuff that wins you 1-0 games in October. The decision Boone has to make goes beyond the stat sheet. It's about the trust the manager has in his player in the highest leverage moments. Can he look out to the field in the bottom of the ninth with the game on the line and trust Volpe to make the play? Right now, the honest answer feels like a no. This is the crossroads the Yankees are at. Loyalty to a top prospect versus the brutal necessity of winning. The next couple of weeks will define Volpe's 2025 fate. If he doesn't show a drastic, immediate turnaround with both the glove and the bat, I firmly believe we will see Jose Caballero starting at shortstop in Game 1 of the wildcard series at Yankee Stadium. It's a tough pill to swallow for a young player and for the fans who pin so many hopes on him, but that's the reality of pro ball at the highest level. The goal is ring number 28, and any decision that gets us closer to that has to be made. Now, I want to hear from you, the real Yanks Nation. What would you do? Would you keep the faith in Anthony Volpe, hoping his talent shines through in the playoffs? Or would you make the pragmatic switch to Jose Caballero and prioritize defense? Drop your comments below. If you want to keep getting the fastest, most in-depth news and analysis on our Yankees straight from someone who's plugged in, subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications bell. You're not gonna want to miss a thing.